See how you want to do it.
ఇప్పుడే కావాల్సిందా నీకు ఇప్పుడు ఇప్పుడే కావాల్సిందా ఏమన్నా సరే ట్రై అయిపోయిస్తా ఈసారి అయితే
ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। गुरुवे सर्वलोकानां विशुरे भवरोगिणां निधे सर्वविद्यानां ಶ್ರೀ ದಕ್ಷಿಣಾಮೂರ್ತಿ ನಮಃ। ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ। ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ವೀಕ್ಷಿಸುತ್ತಿರುವ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಂಗೀತಗಾರರಿಗೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಸಂಗೀತ ರಸಿಕರಿಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಹೃದಯಪೂರ್ವಕವಾದ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. My sincere namaskars to all the musicians and all the music connoisseurs. I would consider this day as a very special day and the most memorable day, as I believe it is a blessing from my most revered Guru, Ganakala Bhushana Ghatam Vidwan late Shri K. N. Krishnamurti sir, that I have been invited by Srimati Sukanya Ram Gopal madam to speak and share my views and experiences about my Guru K. N. K. sir on this auspicious day, that is, today is K. N. K. sir's 94th birthday. I would like to convey that I am not a good orator, kindly excuse me. Please consider this as a Hamsa Kshira Nyayam. and take all the good and leave away the unwanted. Now, I really don't know where to begin and how to initiate my program today, because it has been a very long and a memorable, fruitful musical journey with my sir, and I would rather surrender myself to my Guruji and also to my maternal uncle, late Shri P. Bhuneshwaraya, the great violin master of yesteryears. I would like to dedicate everything to these two great souls, for whatever I am today. Today I would like to share my experiences with my Guru K.N.K. Sir about his life, his teachings, Patantaram, why he chose Ghatam, his relationships with all his disciples, and to brief his musical journey as a whole. And I would also like to tell you all that, share you all that, I am here on behalf of all K.N.K. Sir's disciples and his family members. I would just be representing them on their behalf here. All their views and everything I'll be expressing here on their behalf. My Guruji, K.N.K. Sir, was a very kind-hearted person, full of energy. Sada Hasanmukhi, yavaglu nagnagta idru. Every time her smile, whenever you see him, he carries a smile on his face, and simplicity personified. He used to cut small humorous jokes, and the whole atmosphere would be vibrant because of his presence, lively presence. And I would like to also share what is not in his biodata also, a few things which cannot be in his biodata. Sir was fond of perfumes, and he used to use TAS Mukkapudi, the Nesha that he used for the nose. It was his, he used to like to do that. And in his life, he was a very principled man, very conscious about his cleanliness, and he maintained a very good hygiene, good health. I would like to tell that every morning he used to wake up at 4:30. I will come afterwards about it. And he used to wash his clothes. He used to put a whitener because he used to, at those times, 60s and 70s, 80s and all, he used to use only white clothes, white shirts and jubbas and panchi and all. So he used to use whiteners, and he used to iron his own clothes. He was so particular about the cleanliness and way he presents himself. Now, how did K.N.K. Sir imbibe all such discipline, dedication, commitment, and his traditional approach to everything? How did he imbibe this? It is because of his traditional Orthodox family and his Guru Parampara. He was born to a very Orthodox, highly traditional Brahmin family in Koyal Mannan. His parents were Koyal Mannan Narayana Sir and Srimati Parvati Ammal. He was the eldest son, and he was born in 1926 at Koyal Mannan of Palghat district in Kerala. And he was the eldest son, as I told you. His Guru Parampara is, he was a disciple of Palghat Kunjumani Sir, Abhinava Nandishwara the great, Palghat Mani Iyer Sir, C.K. Ayamani Iyer Sir, and M.L. Veerabhadra Sir. His tutelage was in Gurukula Vasa. He left his family and came and stayed in the house of Guru, his respective Gurus, and did all the sevas of the Guru. And he used to have classes, or no, we don't know. But it was a blessing for him because he used to hear all the classes teachings that were done to other students while he was performing all the sevas to his guru in his house. That was a blessing. He used to grasp all the intricacies, nuances of the percussion, the layam aspects. And then whenever he used to sit in a class, he used to reproduce all those things. And so it was an asset to him staying in the Gurukula Vasa. And in that Gurukula Vasa also, he stayed for about nearly 3 years with the great Palghat Mani sir in his house and did his seva and all. During that period, the trust and the belief that my sir earned cannot be explained in words, because Palghat Mani sir used to go on music tours for about 3-4 concerts, 5-6 concerts, 1 week or 10 days. And K.N.K. sir used to accompany him during the concerts. The belief and trust that Palghat Mani sir had on him is that he used to give all the remuneration in the hand of K.N.K. sir. He used to look after all the financial aspects. In the sense, the remuneration cover, he used to speak to anyone. He used to take care of all the food, hotel or whatever expenses, minor expenses. And after all the tour is completed, he used to maintain an account book also. I see something is there, signal. And after all the tour came to an end, he used to hand over all the amount to Guru Mata with the account details. This was his the trust that was being developed by K.N.K. sir, our regular K.N.K. sir. And now I would like to share my experience about the Patantarams and my experience with him. My sir was an ocean of knowledge. I would just tell that. Sagaram, Samudram. Because it was one-to-one classes for us. It was a one-to-one classes. And he would never stress on speed. Rather, he would make me play slowly with perfect fingerings and perfection. Weight, he used to tell me, give weight. Play hardly, give weight, proper weight to that nam, dim, di, the archapu, the full chapu, all these things. He used to give emphasis on it. And then after a few years, he used to give emphasis on clarity of strokes. Until then, he never used to tell that you should play softly or something like that. And he used to give us a mridangam, wherein the right portion will be new, the new mridangam, so that this white portion would come out, and it was new, and it was difficult for us to play here because it would touch here. And he used to give us such mridangams in the initial stages, so that our hand gets harder. And the sound, if we have to procure the sound in those mridangams, and then after a few years of practice, he used to give us different mridangams, good mridangams, and it was used for concerts. And then he used to give preferences for the nadam and the clarity of strokes. I would like to share that K.N.K. sir used to play mridangam very good, very nicely. How? His nadam and clarity of strokes while he was playing was just like K.V.N. sir singing, K.V. Narayan Swami sir singing. The G nadam in his chapu, in his dim, and D, but particularly D, the weight that he gave for D was just very nice. It was difficult for us to find it in other mridangis also. Such perfectly, he used to so nicely used to play mridangam. And he never used to get angry. For all the mistakes that his students do, that I do or we do, students do, he never used to get angry. Patience personified. Once, twice, thrice, he used to tell it. And he used to never leave us until we get the perfection of those lessons. And I would like to tell one thing about the full chapu of our school, the specialty of our school. We used to play, we play chapu here, like this. This thing, and the chapu comes here. And at times my sir used to catch my hand like this and make me play like this, the chapu. And digu tari kitataka used to come like this. Digu tari kitataka. is found in only our school, Tanjavur school, Palagatmani school. The chapu comes here, up to here. And then fine. When he was such a good Mridangam player, why did he choose Ghatam? Why Ghatam? What was the reason for him to go play Ghatam, choose as his professional instrument, in spite of playing Mridangam so nicely? His friend Ambi Bhagavatar, his close friend Ambi Bhagavatar suggested him, and he is the reason for him to play the Ghatam, for myself to play the Ghatam. Ambi Bhagavatar sir's student Papa Chudamani was a good vocalist par excellence. Supu sir used to accompany her on the Mridangam and Raman sir on the violin. He was in search of a good Ghatam player. He met KNK sir and he told him to take Ghatam as his instrument and accompany Papa Chudamani madam on his concerts. A few concerts, then it became a good set. And they have performed hundreds of concerts all over India. Many number of concerts. And sir used to use Mana Mudra Ghatams. And to speak about Mana Mudra Ghatams, Sukanya madam is the only person who can tell more about that. It's very hard, and to bring the tone, you need the fingers to be like a stone. So high. And he used to bring the tonal quality so nicely in those Ghatams, like while playing Ghatams and filling the gaps. And I would like to share one more experience, how he was associated with my maternal uncle, the great violin master T. Bhuneshwarya. T. Bhuneshwarya's mama used to accompany Maisuki Chaudhaya on violin duet concerts for more than 20 years. And it happened once that he had to meet M.L. Veerbhadraya sir for some concert discussions or something like that. And when he went to his house, he heard my guru, KNK sir, playing Ghatam. He was fascinated by the tonal quality, and then immediately Mama Bhuneshwarya Mama asked KNK sir to accompany on Ghatam, and he gave a few dates, and then the relationship began. Until my mama's last breath, the Ghatam was accompanied by my son, KNK sir. That was the relationship between them. And the trust they shared among each other and respect they gave each other that cannot be put into words. I can tell there are two bodies and one soul, KNK sir and Bhuneshwarya Mama. That was the relationship that they built, and they have played Bhuneshwarya Mama on the violin, Subbu sir on the Mridangam, KNK sir on the Ghatam, thousands of concerts after that. And they were the first to tour Malaysia, Singapore with the Ram Subbaiah Charitable Trust along with my Bhuneshwarya Mama, Subbu sir and KNK sir. And then after the success of that 1971 tour, they were again invited in the year 1973, and then numerous foreign tours carried on to my sir. He has gone a number of times. Then again coming back to the Patantram. After all lessons, we were supposed to put the talam and tell it in Konakol. Because he believed, if you have it in mind, it doesn't transfer to your hand. You should tell it in the mouth also. And the talam, you should come. You should put the talam and tell all the lessons. Nam dim dim na, nam nam dim dim na, tarikata dim dim na, nam di tom tom taka dina. You should tell it, and then by playing nam dim dim na, nam dim dim na, tarikata dim dim na, nam di tom tom taka dina. You should tell and play so that we transfer from the mind to the hands within fraction of seconds. And you should put the talam in the leg. This is how he used to emphasize on all small minor aspects of playing. And his lessons were in avartanas, in the lekka of avartanas. In the sense, the base is Aditalam. Aditalam lessons are in 4 avartanas. Like, I'll just demonstrate. Nam dim dim na, nam nam dim dim na, tarikata dim dim na, nam di tom tom taka dina, nam dim dim na, nam nam dim dim na, tarikata dim dim na, nam di tom tom taka dina, nam dim dim na, namdi tum tum taka dina nam dim dim na namdi tum tum taka dina namdi tum tum taka dina di yim namdi tum tum taka dina di yim namdi tum tum taka dina. This is first lesson of the Aditalam. It's 4 hour class. Okay, this is the base for all the 35 talas for us. How? For example, if you want to put it in tell it in Tishrutiputtalam of 7 beats, Tishrutiputam, then he used to tell. Then the pattern would go like this. The first hour begins like this. Nam dim dim na, nam nam dim dim na, tarikada dim dim na, nam dim tum tum taka dina, nam dim dim na, nam nam dim dim na, tarikada dim dim na, nam dim tum tum taka dina, nam dim dim na, nam dim tum tum taka dina, nam dim tum tum taka dina di yim, nam dim tum tum taka dina di yim, nam dim tum tum taka dina di. This is how it is. You see, I didn't play the nam dim dim na, nam dim tum tum taka dina second time. It came into 3.5 hour class. The same Aditala lessons to Tishrutiputtalam Talam in 3.5 hour class. If you play the same lesson in Aditalam, the Tishrutiputtalam lessons, it comes to 3.5 talams and gets over. But it comes to the Tishrutiputta, it's a perfect one, 3.5 hour class. And if you want to play Nishujampe of 10 beats, 5 hour class. 8 is one cycle hour term, 8 5 is a 40, 5 hour class. Play the same lesson for 5 hour class, it comes. So this is how we used to teach us. It's for all the 35 talas, and it's perfect way of learning and traditional way of learning. Our terms now. And if we put the Tishanade, for example, now he should teach us Edupus of 2 aksharas, 4 aksharas, 6 aksharas, Edupus, fine. Then the way Tishanade, his approach for Tishanade, we used to play all the Rupakatala lessons for Tishanade, Aditalam, in Aditalam. For example, and before that, the way he used to make us to put the talam, first few avatars he used to make us put like this: takita, takita, kita, takita, 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 takita for a few avatars, and then he used to insist us to put like this: takita. The second bit shouldn't be available, so it should be heard: takita, 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 takita. Takita, 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 takita. No, the second bit should be, you should leave it out. Because, okay, fine, you put it in Tishanade like that. What do you do in Kannade? Kannade, taka, takita, taka, takita, taka, takita, taka, takita. Do you put like that? No, you put just taka, takita, taka, takita. So, in the Tishanade also put like this: takita, 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 takita. Don't put takita, takita. No, try putting like this, single bit. That's what his approach. And we used to play all the Rupakatala lessons in Aditalam for Tishanade. Tam, nam, dim, dim, na, tam, nam, nam, dim, dim, na, tam, tarikada dim, dim, na, tam, nam, di, tum, tum, taka, dina, tam. This is how it is continuous. He never used to get takita, 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 dim, takita, dim, takita. No, he used to never teach us like that. He used to make us play all the Rupakatalams in Aditala Tishanade and put the talam and tell all the Sulukatus, all the nades in all the lessons in Aditala Tishanade. Put it so that you get the perfection in talam and the lessons sit in your mind. It was compulsory. After all the classes, he used to put the lessons in talam and tell it in Konakol. That was his thing. And then for the Kannanade, taka, takita, taka, takita, taka, takita, taka, takita, taka, takita, taka. He used to give us practices for Kannada after playing all these things, after teaching lessons.